This episode is brought to you by Battleborn Batteries, the best name in the RV and marine industry. These lithium batteries are designed and assembled in the USA, backed by a 10-year warranty. The best solution for your battery anxiety, so go check them out at battlebornbatteries.com.
Whether your adventure is on the road, on the water, or off the grid, Battleborn Batteries keep you out there longer.
You are listening to Beyond the Wheel, a podcast about the people and ideas that drive the RV community forward.
Hi, everyone. Today we are talking with Tommy Hall, the Director of Marketing for Grand Design. They have certainly become a major force in the towable RV industry in their short time in existence. Kenny and I see Grand Design models more than any other brand at campgrounds. Also, on social media, we always hear positive comments. That made us really want to talk to them about their success. Tommy joins us to tell us about the company and their focus on the customer. So, sit back and enjoy this interview.
Hey, Tommy, thanks for coming on the show. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself and your role at Grand Design?
A little bit about myself. I hate talking about myself, but I guess I am actually the Director of Marketing at Grand Design. I have been with Grand Design a little more than 4 years. I started in the sales department. I was actually one of the Northeast district sales managers for the Reflection brand, and then a little bit for the Imagine, Transcend, and Reflection brands. And then, through some discussions and some other things, it led to an opportunity to move to marketing and, with growing families on my side and things like that, get off the road a little bit and kind of use my degree, go figure. So I've been a marketing director now for, a little less than a year. Been in the industry now from the manufacturing side, predominantly in sales this is going to be my 11th year. So I'm a life. If I even try to get out, they suck me back in. So happy to be at Grand Design though. I tell you what, it's everybody hears so much about the product and this and that, but at the end of the day, I think even more than the product, Grand Design is a great place to work, and we've got a lot of good people and a lot of people that support each other. And especially during times like we've seen over the last, 6, 7, 8 months, it's nice to work for a place that appreciates everybody. So it's a good place to work.
Yeah, were you guys shut down for a long time because of the coronavirus, or?
We had some downtime. It wasn't to the extent that I believe a lot of other people were facing, but we went with the guidelines of the health departments and everything like that. We were pretty strict about who could work, who couldn't work, when we could start things up. And so, yeah, we were down, but, it was, strictly to adhere to our people's safety and the guidelines put out by the CDC and stuff like that. So we were down, but I'll tell you what, we're glad to be up and going now.
Yeah, I bet.
You had mentioned that it's a great company to be part of. I feel like you have a great customer fan base as well. Every time I talk to somebody that owns a Grand Design, they have nothing but good things to say about their Grand Design. They seem to really love it.
I think, everybody likes to promote that they've got a good product. And I think when you do things the right way, and by saying doing things the right way, that can mean a lot of different things. But, building a product is important, that it's quality, and there's a lot that goes into a quality product. I think the fact that we still to this day, one of our founding staples of our company was, we pre-delivery inspect every single unit, every single brand that we build that comes offline. We do a pre-delivery inspection before it goes out to our customers and our dealers. And it was easy to do when you were building, the Solitude, which was our first brand. But even today, we've got several brand segments and several segments within segments. And, we're still holding to that today and really trying to make that an important part of our business. And, on the flip side of that, I think, with the product being one thing, I think customers in our Grand Design family, it's more than just buying into a product. You're buying into a family, you're buying into a lifestyle. And we really consider that important, in that we don't have all of these layers of management. We're easily accessible. Our customer service, I believe, is second to none in terms of following up with our customers, getting our customers what they need, reaching out to new buyers, new owners, making sure they know how to, enjoy their camper. So I think if you add up all of those little things, they turn into big things. And I think, since 2013, when we became a company and the process that we've gone through, I think, we've held to those things and we've tried to even grow on those points. And I think we've done a really good job.
The Grand Design as a company has only been around really since 2013, huh?
Yeah. So it's kind of crazy. No other industry have I ever heard of the growth, and leave it to RVs to change the game. But we're still a young company in the grand scheme of things. If you look at all of the manufacturers in this industry, there's a lot of great manufacturers. There's a lot of new great manufacturers, and there's a lot of manufacturers that have been around for a long time. But in our short time of being in business, we've become one of the fastest. We are the fastest growing. We are the fastest growing manufacturer of towable RVs in the industry, and we're proud of that. And it's something that is kind of crazy if you think about, considering all of the RVs that get produced in a given day in our area. And we're so young, but we're growing fast. And I think we understand that, and we just try to stay out in front of that.
It's amazing that you've only been around, 7 years, because when I'm at a campground, probably half the towables in there are some brand or some model of Grand Design. So you guys definitely have grown fast.
Well, I sure hope so, because as many as we build, I would hope these are getting bought and getting out there and people are enjoying them. But yeah, I've noticed that my wife and I actually the other day, we drove to the north side of the state of Indiana, the south side. And it was crazy. Like, you could just sit there and count all of the Grand Designs that we passed. And it's just kind of a cool thing, because, I'm able to sit there from my office at corporate and see all of these being produced and sitting there waiting to be shipped and sent out to our dealerships for customers to enjoy. And it's like, oh, there is an end goal here. There is a place where people are going to get these and enjoy these and share moments with their family. And I think it's kind of cool to see.
How do you guys decide how many? You had just talked about, how many you build and things like that. How do you decide, or how do you know how many to build per different models? Are you getting orders from the dealers and then you base it off that, or do you guys know, all right, we sold this many Solitudes last year, let's match that, and then if we get extra orders, we build more?
It's a funny science, and a lot of what we do, based on the fact that we've got great dealer relationships, dealer partnerships, we build to order. Now, a lot of our orders that come in are already resale sold when we get them, so they already have an owner name attached to it. But then we do have product that we build for dealer stock. But it's based on the calendar. I mean, there's busier times throughout the year than other times, and different parts of the country are busier at other times of the year. So it's really a variable. But we have a pretty good process in place, but we really, obviously, for the smart of our business, we rely on the feedback from our dealers. We track their product turns. We track the feedback from customers, and we kind of put all that together to find out, where we need to be production wise.
Okay. That kind of leads me into another question, actually, Tommy. So you mentioned customer feedback. Is that how you guys find out what needs to be in future generations of your RVs?
Yeah, absolutely. So okay. All of our products, every single one of our brands, we build based off of customer feedback. Now, not every little thing that everybody talks about gets put into a unit, and that's just the nature of the game. But the big things, the important things, the things that really stand out across our family of owners, those get heard, those get implemented. And I mean, we're a constantly evolving company. Our brands are constantly evolving, but I think it's a good thing, because we're always trying to make our products better, up to date, keeping up with the advancements in technology. So yeah, I mean, it's something that's always changing, and our products, we just don't want, the worst thing you can do is let your products get stale, and people want to be excited about stuff, and they always want to have that urge to go out and upgrade or do something else. And at the end of the day, we want people to stay inside the Grand Design family of products. So it's important to us to keep that moving. And one way that we do this, and it's something that we're very proud of, is, we survey all of our owners. I mean, from the time that they come in and take possession of their new RV, we send them a survey, and we get feedback from all of our customers. And we've been doing that for, A while now, but that's something that we're proud of and we stand by. We literally survey every single one of our owners and give them an opportunity to give us feedback, not only on their buying experience, but how they enjoy their product once they get it.
And so how many models do you guys produce right now?
I'll kind of walk you through. We build, we call it an introductory line, and that is what is familiar out in the RV world as a stick and tin. It's the Transcend. And right now we've got the bigger Transcend and we've got the smaller Transcend, the Explorer line. So there's two segments with the Transcend. We've got the Imagine, which is our first laminated travel trailer. We've got the Imagine, and then kind of the smaller version of that, which is the Imagine XLS. So two segments within the Imagine family. And then we also build a reflection travel trailer, which is basically what you would call a mid-profile travel trailer, something that's bigger, a little bit heavier, a little bit of an upgrade in features and amenities. So that kind of wraps up our travel trailer lineup. And then we get into the reflection fifth wheels. You have the 150 series, which are all half-ton towable. And then you move up into our mid-profile reflection line, which is actually, to date, the number one brand in the world. So we're actually proud of that. Reflection is actually the number one selling RV in the world, specifically for fifth wheels, something that we're really proud of. I mean, in such a short time, we've been able to put out a product that obviously customers really like, and we're really proud of that. From there, we move up into the Solitude, which is more of a extended stay, kind of a higher profile fifth wheel. That's an S-Class. You have an S-Class, which falls in between basically your regular reflection and then the bigger Solitude. So you have two different segments within Solitude. And then you move into Momentum, which we have got the M-Class fifth wheel, the regular Momentums, and then new pretty much over the last year, we've come out and has been really successful. We've introduced a travel trailer toy hauler. If you look back 6-7 years ago, we were building one brand, and here we are now. And we want to be eventually, and we're pretty much getting to that point where we want to be able to offer our dealer partners and our customers the ability to have a full lineup of towable products, and we're well on our way.
It sounds like you're building something for everyone type of thing. I would imagine when you're doing that and when you're expanding, that creates challenges as far as maybe space and building. Can you talk a little bit about maybe the growing pains of growing that big, that fast?
Yeah, and he'll probably get after me for talking so much about it, but Don Clark, who is still our president and CEO and co-founder of Grand Design, when Don and Ron and Bill Fennick, started the company and had the idea for the company, you put together your 1, 5, 10, however long year of plans. And we outgrew, what we wanted to do in 5 years, we outgrew it in 2.5, 3 years. What we wanted to do in 10 years, we outgrew it in 7 or 5. So it's like we keep growing and then we keep running out of room. So, we kind of got to beat Don up to build more plants and hire more people and kind of do all that. But he's been great about it. And, between our sales leadership and our customer service leadership and even Don and the key leaders of our company, they've done a great job at growing and giving us the space that we need as a company to keep building great products for our customers.
So is everything still built in Indiana?
Yeah, everything's built in Middlebury in Indiana. I mean, It's right there. It's our little piece of land is growing, but we haven't reached outside of Middlebury yet. We've been able to keep it right there.
Okay. And then even with all the growing and the different models, all of your models are still able to go through that PDI at the end of the process to be inspected. And can you talk a little bit about that? Like, what is that not a typical thing? Do most manufacturers not do an inspection before a vehicle or an RV goes to the dealer? Is it usually up to the dealer to do that inspection?
Each manufacturer has their own way of inspecting units. And I'm not going to sit here and say, who's better than the left or the right and this and that. But we've got a great process at Grand Design where rather than putting a lot of responsibility and extra time on our dealers once these products are delivered, we run all of our products through a 200-point inspection. Turn on the refrigerators, we're turning on the ACs, we're running the ovens, we're inspecting the sidewalls and all the components and putting it through a pretty rigorous, inspection. And again, that's every unit. I mean, that doesn't matter if it's a Solitude fifth wheel or a Transcend travel trailer, we're doing that to everything just for that peace of mind for our dealers and our customers so that when that unit gets delivered, it's ready to be shown, it's ready to be sold, it's ready for someone to take and enjoy. Now, these are all handmade products, so I can't sit here and say that nothing is ever going to go wrong. That would just be insensitive to the fact. But to get around that, I think we've got a really, really strong process in place that has kind of been one of our staples from day one. So
that could be right there why you have such a great fan base, and everybody I talk to that owns one enjoys their RV so much, is because you guys are taking that time with a 200-point inspection and going over these things just to, like you said, run the refrigerator, make sure it's working. And I mean, there's a lot that goes into an RV. I always say this to everybody. You can't expect it to be perfect. You got mechanical on top of electrical, on top of plumbing. There's a lot of areas that something can go wrong, but that's great that you guys are taking the time to try to catch it before it leaves your place.
I think, anybody can go out and get a chassis and build a box and call it an RV and ship it to a dealer and say, hey, here's a product for you to sell, and a product for a customer or a family to enjoy. But I think, like I said before, building a quality product is one thing, but the ability to reach out and touch and be a part of our customers' lives and help support them and really hear them out. I think, product is one thing, but being able to be there for the customer, good, bad, or indifferent after the fact, is something that we really pride ourselves in.
One thing I really like about Grand Designs, particularly the Momentums, I think, is the amount of storage that is included. You have the big underneath storage areas. Was that design done on purpose, or was that just an accident that you ended up with so much?
No, I wouldn't call it an accident. I think we put a lot of time, and Nate Goldenberg is the GM of that product. And Nate has a very extensive background in product development, especially in toy haulers, and he does a fantastic job. And I'd say that if he was sitting right here next to me, even though he's not. But, nothing is ever by, I think, accident. I think a lot of time and planning and development goes into every one of our brands. And we want to, getting back on the customer service side, and we really want our products to be the most livable products that you can have in the industry. So being comfortable at night when you sleep, having, space in your living area, having countertop space when you cook, having storage to put all of your camping gear. Those are things that we look at that, hey, this is more than just some pretty stickers on the outside of a tin or a fiberglass, exterior. This is something that we want people to live in and enjoy and use.
You mentioned live in. When you guys are designing the RVs, are any of them with the full-timer in mind, or all of them with the full-timer in mind? Do you kind of specify, say maybe a Solitude is for a full-timer, and maybe something else is maybe for a part-timer, or do all of them have that consideration?
We want our owners to be able to use these when they want to use them. Be smart about it. I mean, be smart about where you're taking them out and when you're taking them out and this and that. We build these and we want our customers to use these. And we're, a manufacturer that isn't going to, if we find out that a customer is quote unquote full-time and doesn't have a specific home address, we're not going to dock them on their warranty. I mean, we're going to still stand by our warranty and hold our warranty to the same standard that we would do for anybody else.
And you guys have a 3-year warranty?
Yeah,
right?
a 3-year structural warranty, which is
really good.
Other people have come out, other manufacturers have, kind of come out with the same thing, which is great. I think it's a great thing for the industry as a whole, because, manufacturers need to stand by their products. But, we came out with it at the beginning and right when we rolled our first product out, and it's actually been a really nice success. It's been a huge selling point for our company, and it's something that we want to keep going forward with.
The Transcend, you said, is sort of the entry-level beginner kind of RVer model.
Yeah.
Can you talk about some of the features of that, and how is it different from some of the other models?
Yeah. So stick and tin, traditionally in the RV industry, people view it as entry level. Maybe some people think of it as inexpensive or cheap or cheaply built, or just something that they can get into first to find out if, hey, do I like camping? Is this something that I want to do? Is RVing for me? At Grand Design, since we kind of want to hold ourselves to a higher position with our family of owners, we call the Transcend not entry level, but we call it an introductory level. So it's an introduction to the Grand Design family of brands. It's something that, if that customer, or really any customer, it doesn't have to be somebody that's new. If it's somebody that wants to come in and think, hey, is camping or RVing for me, this is a product that they can get into at a great price point, but it's not cheaply built. A lot of the benefits of the Transcend and the Transcend Explorer are the things that you can't see. We put a lot of time, engineering work into our construction of this. So perfect example, and I won't, talk your ear off too much about it, but one of the biggest features about Transcend is, we put thicker aluminum on the outside than a lot of other manufacturers when you're talking about a stick and tin price point. So what's that give that owner? Well, it gives a little bit more durability, a little bit more structure, and a little bit more strength. Transcend is not a cheap product, and we don't want that to be the mindset for our owners. It's something that is going to be price point sensitive. It's going to get that new buyer in and experiencing what life is as a Grand Design owner, but it's going to be far from cheap or cheaply built. That's for sure.
And so that one, does it have solar prep on it and all the other stuff that you see with Grand Design models?
Yeah, so we have solar prep, and then actually moving forward into this fall and into the wintertime, we are actually adding, without giving too much detail because can't give away the secret sauce quite yet.
Yeah.
The Transcend will be a product that actually has solar panels coming from the plant itself. So you'll be able to have Transcend with solar panels ready. But then all of our other products at Grand Design, as it sits today, are solar prep. So those folks, those owners, those buyers that want to utilize the solar lifestyle and want to go that route are going to be able to do that with our brands.
That's great. Solar is kind of a very big deal with the RVers, but at the same time, people are always kind of nervous about drilling into their roof. So that's great that you guys already have the prep work done and they don't need to damage anything trying to set up solar up there.
Right. We're all about convenience for our family of owners. We want them to plug and play and go and get out there and enjoy the product.
You had mentioned a term earlier that I don't think I've ever heard. You said a S-Class. What is a S-Class?
So much like the Reflection 150 series, the 150 series for the Reflection is a half-ton towable. So half-ton trucks traditionally can pull these without having to bump up to a 3/4 ton or a 1-ton truck. So we try to hit gaps in price points. And so a couple of years ago, we found that between Solitude and Reflection, there was a group of buyers in a price point in that, whatever the spread was, that were looking to get into the industry. And it was a big chunk of the industry. So we came out with the S-Class, and basically it's the step up from the regular Reflection, but it's not quite to the regular Solitude. So it's basically what the 150 series is for the Reflection, the S-Class is for Solitude. So still, you're going to have the same nice features that you see in Solitude, but you'll have a few features that are different to adjust the price point.
Okay. And then do you know, I guess you probably do know, what is your most popular selling?
I knew you were going to ask that.
Okay.
Put me in the corner here. So you're going to ask me which is our number one selling or which is our most popular brand.
Yeah.
If I say all of them, are you going to tell me that I'm crazy?
Probably.
That's the political answer, I should. Yeah, each of our brands, quite honestly, each of our brands right now has a story of success that falls within its own realm. I mentioned earlier that Reflection is the number one selling fifth wheel in North America, and we're really proud of that. And we're really, really, really excited about that. Especially it hasn't been around forever. So it's relatively a baby brand in a big, huge old industry. So Reflection is the number one selling fifth wheel. But at the same time, Solitude is in the top 5 as well. And that's pretty impressive considering it's a luxury fifth wheel. So that's impressive that those many people are coming out and buying the Solitude and enjoying it and got it to the position that it is now. Transcend's only a couple years old in the grand scheme of things, but it's probably our fastest growing brand considering how new it is and to the point that it's at now. And then really, I mean, if you look at Imagine is probably, if you were to pull the stats, but we won't turn it into a stat game. The Imagine right now, from a retail standpoint, people are absolutely buying up these Imagines. And we're at a point right now, it's like, how do we keep building enough to meet demand? And but that's for other people to figure out. That's not my deal. I'll put that back on Eric Landis, the product manager, and all of our production. But that's where we're facing right now. Every one of our brands seems to have its own story of success and in a certain wheelhouse. But again, it always comes back to, we always want to try to find a way to build more, but we don't want to build more and compromise our quality. So you got to walk that fine line.
And how many lines are you guys running at once as far as build goes? Are you building 2 or 3 different ones at the same time?
We build every brand every single day.
Oh, wow.
Every single brand has its, 1 or 2 plants, and we are producing all of our brands every single day. We don't build every single model every single day. We produce in runs based off of orders and retails and stuff like that. So we don't see every single floor plan being built every day. But yeah, we are actively building every single product every single day, Monday through Friday.
I was not expecting that. I thought
me either.
So that probably helps, I would imagine, with quality control, because you have the same team, I suppose, are building the brand.
Right. We build every single one of our products every single day, Monday through Friday, and all of them run through our long-standing PDI process, and we get reported back to. And, we put all of our products through audits to make sure the quality is being maintained. And all of our product managers are active in those audits to make sure that, it's meeting the quality demands of our customers. And knock on wood, it's a well-oiled machine right now. So we just want to keep it going.
Ah, nice.
And what about customization? Like if a customer wants something special in their RV, is it possible for them to do that, like through a custom order or something like that?
Each product has its own layout, or I guess you could say a buffet of options that can be built into it. Now, on the flip side of that, we are a company that wants to make things easy on our customers and on our owners. So the nice thing about a lot of our products is, as you see them sit at a dealership, what you see is what you get. So we don't have an options list that's, a mile long, and, you go in thinking you're going to spend one price, but after you option something out with 40 options, you're at a different price point that you really just priced yourself out of. So the nice thing about our company and what we've done from the beginning is, we want to have our customers see what they're going to get. And it's something that we've kind of stuck with and not have changed up too much. And obviously, like you said, and like you asked, there's some things that you can change and put on or take off or add here or there. But, really what you see is what you get. And we kind of want to keep that going.
And do you guys offer tours at your factory?
We do. Yeah, we offer tours. You can actually sign up for tours through our Grand Design RV website, granddesignrv.com. We offer tours throughout the week. You have the ability to sign up online through our website. We've got a great and talented group of individuals that are able to give those tours, very well-rounded in the product, can speak to a multitude of different owners at different levels of experience on the products that we offer from Grand Design. But yeah, we definitely offer tours.
Yeah, that's a good way for people to see actually how it's being built and see the quality of what's being built. So
I'm a true believer that you can't appreciate the RV lifestyle until you come in and you actually see how they're built.
Yeah,
I agree.
It's an awesome experience for a lot of people.
And I got a question for you, Tommy, that is right up your alley since you're in marketing. We have a lot of listeners that are actually in the RV industry itself, not just the consumers. And Sean and I are always curious, when deciding marketing, have you found something that maybe works better than something else? Are you guys using Facebook and YouTube, Instagram? Does one stand out a little bit more than another one does?
If we don't use everything, we're nuts. Because I have got how old's my dad? My father is going to be 64 years old, and he's on his phone more than I am.
Right.
So different generations are really clinging to digital web-based areas of trying to gather more information. And we're a company that, we're trying to stay out in front of that. Our social media presence right now is growing so fast, and we've got several forums, owners groups that are absolutely just exploding right now in a positive way. that we've recently put together a customer experience team that monitors all of our social media outlets, because we found that so many people are trying to reach out to Grand Design through social media because of its convenience, and they're on their phone anyways, and they're looking at Facebook anyways or Instagram. They want to be able to get feedback. So our group of customer experience individuals, they are actively taking a role in our customer rallies, in our social media, and pretty much the social, I guess you could call it the social liaison between our customers and our customer service, which so far has been a great success. And I think customers have really caught on and appreciated what we're doing. We use all those platforms. If we didn't, we'd be nuts.
Okay. Yeah, I'm glad that I heard you mention that the customer forums. That's actually when people ask me that they're shopping around for an RV and what should they do first. Customer forums are one of the things that I recommend that people do first. Actually, after they have decided, they picked out the style they want anyway. I recommend people going to the customer forums and hearing what customers are saying about the products that they purchased and what they feel about them. Would ask those people, would you buy again, and things like that. I think that's a great resource.
I think if you talk about forums, not only are they independent of manufacturer control, which is nice. It gives people an opportunity to speak freely, give positive, negative, indecisive feedback on whatever the topic is. But yeah, it's definitely an asset for RV owners to go on and say, hey, here's what I like about it. Here's been my experience. And oftentimes you're going to get the true feedback, positive, negative, or indifferent on
exactly.
a lot of people's ownership experience. So I think if you're an RV owner right now and you're not part of a forum, I think you should really, consider doing that. It's a great experience.
Now you guys I've seen regional Grand Design rallies throughout the country. Do you have a big rally every year, and where is it?
Yeah. Back in the old days when we weren't fighting COVID, who knows when they'll be back, but we're eager to get back out there and do that. But yeah, we do have regional rallies. We've actually got a lot of great rallies across North America. And actually, as of the plan of this past year, we will be active in not only the United States, but also Canada, doing some rallies. So our plan is to get back moving on that, because our rallies have been a huge success. We've got a lot of great people that help us put those on. We call them wagon masters, and they do a great job, and they really help support the Grand Design brand and really help support our family of customers. So I think that's probably going to be an area that you're going to see a lot of expansion in as we get back to the normal life, I guess you can call it, and something that we definitely want to keep growing on. But yeah, we've got a ton of them across the country and Canada right now.
Can I ask you, Tommy, what are you most excited about in the future of Grand Design, whatever you're allowed to share, I guess?
I'm excited to keep seeing the company grow. You look at where Grand Design was even 2-3 years ago, and you look at where we're at today and what we've done, and you get the chance to go out to the rallies, and being a part of sales and now being a part of marketing and really being able to take active roles with both customers and our dealer partners, you get to see the feedback. And you're right, a lot of people have a lot of really great things to say about their experiences with Grand Design, and I'm just excited to see how we keep that going. And we have a plan, and we've got ideas for future products and future segments and everything like that. And the fun part's going to be the experience of getting all that out there. And I think we've got the right people in place to do that. We've got the right individuals in place to help us keep succeeding. And I'm just really excited to see how we move through this new normal, and utilize the digital assets and the digital tools that we can have to reach our customers and kind of just keep developing our brands. It's kind of an exciting time. I would really like to see where we're at 3 years from now, because I think it's going to be even more.
I think it's pretty amazing that this pandemic that we're in, we've seen growth in hand sanitizer, toilet paper, and RVs, of all things. I mean,
I know. If you would have told me back in February or March that the RV industry was going to explode into record-setting levels, I'd have been like, "You're nuts."
Yeah.
You kind of always try to figure out what's going to happen in the future, but I don't know. I'm sure somebody smarter than us or smarter than me knew what was coming or had an idea, but I did not expect it to be at this level. This is just awesome. I think there's a lot of happy owners out there. I think people are enjoying the RV lifestyle. I think it's a chance for people to be with their families and get away and experience the outdoors and experience that time together that, a lot of people won't be able to get back. And you never want to try to talk too much about a negative time, but we can really spin a positive out of this whole, I guess you could call it a pandemic. Who knows what you want to call it, but it's done some really great things for people that love to RV, and at the end of the day, you gotta be appreciative of that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I for sure did not see this coming. In fact, I thought that the RV industry was about to take a dive because it's been so high, I think, for the last 3-4 years. I was just expecting, it's been so high for a long time, it's bound to come down. And then, this pandemic happened, actually flipped the whole thing, and it actually boosted it even higher than it was before. Does that had to have been some type of a challenge for you guys too? Like, were you guys expecting it to be low, and then when it turns high, are you guys like scrambling to be like, all right, we gotta now really pull together?
I think the leadership of our company and our our product management and our customer service, I think we did a lot of during the time that we were down and on production, we met a lot, we had a lot of discussions, and we really played out different scenarios. What if it explodes? What if if we take a dive? What's our answer? What's our plan? What do we do? And of course, I don't think any of us expected it to be this big of an uprise. But I think, if you're smart in this industry, you're always kind of looking over your shoulder a little bit, thinking, okay, when's this run gonna stop? Right now, as long as we can get the raw materials and we can get the stuff that we need to build these bad boys, I think full speed ahead, and let's keep building a quality product.
Yeah,
Cool.
for sure. So you guys have, we talked about the different models, but there's probably several different floor plans under each model. Where can people go to take a look at all the different floor plans and just read about the different models and the company in general?
So I urge everybody to take an active role. If you're big on social media, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, check out all of our great videos on YouTube. I mean, like I said, we use all of those platforms. We're very active on those platforms. Our website, granddesignrv.com, is going to be your one-stop for all of the information on all of our products, all of our models and floor plans, all of the features and benefits in all of our products. And then for our owners, we like to call our GDRV for life our ownership extension of granddesignrv.com. It's a place where, our owners and our family of brand designers can go on, and through our website, you can get on GDRV for life and see calendars of events. You can look at company news. You can take an active role in what's going on in our community of owners. And then, not to give too much of a heads up, but something that we're really big on working on right now is we're seeing such an influx of new owners and people that are new to the RV industry. So through GDRV for life and some apps that we're currently in the process of developing on our side, we are making an active push to reach out to those first time owners, not ignoring the current owners, because this is going to be something that benefits them as well. But those new owners that jump into the Grand Design family and want to take an active role, we're currently working on stuff that's going to benefit them, help them enjoy their RV more. How-to videos on how to run my furnace, or how to turn on my air conditioning, or how to, whatever it might be. If that's an important topic that, a lot of new owners struggle with, we're hoping to get out in front of that and really give them the information, really give them the ammo to, not be successful, but enjoy their RV.
Yeah, that's funny that you mentioned that. And I think it's actually a good thing, because my first fifth wheel I had was a certain brand. I won't mention it, but we had some friends that got the same brand, same model of fifth wheel that we had. And one night about 11 o'clock, I get a phone call, and the guy's like, "Can you help me? I can't get my furnace to turn on. How do I do that?" And, it's just that little thing, which you think is, in a house, you just turn your thermostat, but in an RV, it might be, you have to go to a certain thermostat. You have to make sure your propane's on, all that stuff that people don't necessarily think about as a new RVer. And so he could have had a very miserable night if he didn't know my phone number and called me up. So yeah, I think anything you can do to help the new RVer is a feather in your cap, so to speak, because there are little things that people, just don't know how to do.
And I think it's easy to look past that if you're not careful. I think, in the everyday life that we live on our side of building product and talking to customers and this and that, you got to know that right now more than ever in this industry, you are seeing more and more first-time buyers. And shame on us as an industry if we don't get those buyers into our industry, get them into an RV, and then because of us not being able to service or give them the information that they need to actually use their RV and enjoy it, we don't want to lose those people and then not get them back. We want them to be around for a while, and especially in our family of owners, so that they can keep, buying and trading in and enjoying all the products that we have. Our goal from day one was, at Grand Design, we strive for customers for life. And this is just another one of those areas that we can help do that.
Yeah, I think this is great that you're very active with your consumers. It's not just like, all right, now that you bought our product, good luck.
Yeah.
I think it's great that you guys are not, you're sending out that survey and getting their feedback. You're providing them with videos to help them enjoy and even appreciate their RV. I think these are all really great signs, and it kind of adds up. Like you said, the little things add up to big things, and this is why you guys are growing so quickly. I would have never guessed in a million years the company's only been around for 7 years, because I see so many Grand Designs at the campgrounds. I thought that this is just as old as maybe some of the other, I had no idea. This is really great.
Yeah, it's a good story, but I think really, like I said at the beginning, it comes back to having the right people in place and building a company that you can be proud of, build a company that your family of owners can be proud of. And at the end of the day, it's a lot more than just product. It's how you take care of those people.
So Tommy, have we missed anything, or is there anything you want to add that we might not have covered?
No, this is great. I really enjoy you guys having me on. I can't believe it's already been almost an hour. That's
yeah.
But I'm one of those guys, I could sit here and talk about it all day, and I'm sure you guys could too. But
Yeah.
No, this has been great. And you guys have asked great questions, and, I'm looking forward to maybe some future conversations with you guys and getting back on the podcast and chatting. But no, this has been great. You guys have been great.
Yeah, and we definitely need to come out and sign up for a tour, because Kenny and I both like factory tours, and I don't think either of us have ever been to Grand Design. So
it would be a definite game-changing experience for you to come out and enjoy a tour of Grand Design. You would love it.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
And we'll put all the links to your social media and your website in the show notes for people to check out. And we really appreciate you taking the time to come on and chat with us.
Thanks for having me on. Good luck to you guys, and I look forward to coming back and chatting some more.
We really enjoyed chatting with Tommy and learning more about Grand Design. I would have never guessed Grand Design has only been around for 7 years by how many I see on the road and at the campgrounds. But I guess that is what happens when you are doing things the right way. Starting with building a quality unit, then following through with your customers with surveys after they purchase them, and helping them understand all the systems in the RV with helpful videos. We wish Grand Design continued success, and we hope to have them back on again to share some updates. Take care, everyone, and safe travels. This episode is brought to you by Battleborn Batteries, the best name in the RV and marine industry. These lithium batteries are designed and assembled in the USA, backed by a 10-year warranty. The best solution for your battery anxiety. So go check them out at battlebornbatteries.com.